Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nude Wellness. I'm Selena. If you're new here, it's so great to be back with you. Today is going to be a blunt video, okay? I make no apologies for it. I'm just warning you, it's going to be a blunt video, especially my first point. I want to discuss the topic. How do I know that my affirmations are reaching my intended person? How do I know that what I'm affirming for is like pinging inside the head of the person that I want it to? So there's a few moving parts to it, but it's going to be good. Before I dive into things, my disclaimer, as always, your reality, your rules, take what resonates, discard what doesn't. You're in charge. We're all adults here, so just use discernment. Okay, let's crack on. How do I know that my affirmations are going to the intended person? How do you know? First thing, who fucking cares? Like, who fucking cares? Why is your attention even going there? Why is your focus? How does this work? How do I know that they're going to actually get my affirmations? This works. Move on. Let's just apply. I don't want you getting so stuck in the theory. I will say there is merit to understanding the basics and the mechanics of how conscious manifestation works so that you can kind of calm your logical mind. However, if we continue down a very logical path, you are going to get stuck in logical land. You're going to get stuck looking at the 3D, monitoring your movement, seeing if what you're doing internally is working outside of you, trying to get the external validation constantly. And that's not what we want to be doing when it comes to conscious manifestation. A big part of manifestation is trusting the unseen, denying your senses, play, imagination, illogical, okay? Illogical. So things may not make sense to you and may not make sense to your logical mind. Like your bridge of events might be very just like out of left field. You just couldn't even put the pieces together. One manifestation might be connected to multiple manifestations. Like so many things can unfold because there are infinite possibilities. So if you're so focused on how this other person is going to get your affirmations and how do you know if this is working, your focus is in the wrong place. Okay, so who fucking cares? Build evidence, create your own list of evidence. That's when you're going to believe it. Let's just keep applying. Second thing, okay. Thought transmission is a thing. You just need to believe it. You just need to practice it. You just need to know it's a thing. I will give you a perfect example. Today it happened. I was getting my hair done. I got my hair cut today. And the poor girl who was cutting my hair, it was so busy in the salon. Her manager was like pulling her in all these different places. And I was getting a little bit irritated because I wasn't really asking for much. It was taking a long time. I had been there over an hour, yada, yada, yada. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to start affirming in my head that her attention is fully on me. She wants to take her time with me. She doesn't want to rush. I literally said that for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I just looped that in my head as she was cutting my hair. And all of a sudden she shifted and she says to me, she's like, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of my manager pulling me in all these different places. She goes, no, she said to her manager, she's like, no, I'm going to deal with one person at a time. I want to do this correctly. Word for word. She had parroted my affirmation word for word. You know why? Because we're all one consciousness. We are all connected. So I always say to my clients and whoever is watching my videos, make sure what you're thinking in alignment with what you want. Think as if someone next to you or people in your vicinity can overhear your thoughts. Because I can guarantee you, if you had that mindset of like, oh shit, this person can hear what I'm thinking, or if I keep marinating in this person is going to start thinking that themselves, then half the stuff you wouldn't even be thinking and entertaining, okay? So when I saw that today, how instantly that happened, because there was no resistance, right? She went from being such a scatterbrain to all her focus was on me. She just wanted to make sure that I was like having all the attention, that she was doing her best work. It was hilarious how quickly it happened, okay? We're all one consciousness. We're all connected. Start thinking that other people can overhear your thoughts. So don't be marinating in shit that you don't want to be marinating in. The next thing that I want to address is from a very, logical standpoint. Your thoughts are going to materialize into your feeling, which is then going to materialize into your behavior, into your action, okay? So, for example, I'm sure you've had the experience where you've been triggered and you're trying to mask that you're triggered. Someone may have said something and it's kind of like fucked you off, okay? You're just annoyed by it. And you try and mask it, but people can sense it. People can see that your tonality has shifted, your energy has shifted, your body language has shifted, everything. You're like, no, I'm fine. But you can clearly tell that that person's not fine, okay? So that's a very logical example of how what you're marinating in here is going to materialize okay? And then when you are interacting with another person, that's going to manifest a change in dynamic. That's going to manifest into an argument. That's going to manifest into something. I'll give you another example. Let's go with SP, yeah? So many people want to point the finger at the other person and go, they changed. They were the one who did XYZ to me, okay? But the thing is, you changed in order for this dynamic to change, in order for them to change. Let's go with this. So, say you start out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, because this all comes down to your core beliefs and what your assumptions are about yourself, relationships, and this other person. Say you have the beliefs that commitment isn't a normal and consistent thing for you. Whoever you're with just isn't faithful, or they lose interest, or you're insecure, or whatever it is that your belief is. All of a sudden, one day, when you're not on top of your game, when you're not on top of your mental diet, when you haven't shifted these beliefs, when you've kind of just given into the old story, you'll start to feel insecure, okay? So this is going on inside your head, which then will materialize and change your feeling state, okay? So you're feeling like a tightness in your chest, you're feeling anxious, it doesn't feel really good. Maybe you've got a pit in your stomach. Then all of a sudden, your behavior starts changing. You start saying to your person, where are you going? Who are you hanging out with? Oh, you're hanging out with them again. I thought you already saw them 2 days ago. Why don't you spend time with me? So you start acting insecure, you start acting desperate, you start acting controlling, and then that might manifest into further behavior of you checking their phone, making sure that they're where they say they are, maybe looking at their location, which I fucking hate. Like I hate when people have their location, like you're looking at each other's locations. Like just trust each other. Okay, I understand from a safety point of view, but from two grown adults, why do you need to have your location on? Just like say, I'm going here, and then you're going to trust that I'm going there because I'm a trustful person. Like I'm a trusting person. So that's a whole other rant in itself. But your behavior is going to change. Then this person is going to start reflecting the change as well. There might be a change in dynamic. This person's going, what is her problem? Right? Why is she so controlling all of a sudden? I've done nothing wrong here. She's always on edge. She's monitoring where I'm going, who I'm spending time with. Like she's so snappy with me. I can never do anything right. She constantly wants to spend time with me, but everything I'm doing, I'm trying to do my best. It's not enough. It's never enough. There's always an argument, and that's going to manifest distrust, a break in the dynamic, a breakup, etc. That's a very logical way how your thoughts get inside the other person's head, because it starts going thoughts, feelings, behavior, interaction with the other person, let alone from a very spiritual, quote unquote, spiritual standpoint of thought transmission being a thing and we're all one consciousness. And they're going to start thinking that they're their thoughts, just like the lady, the hairdresser did today. She's going to think that that's her thoughts, when in fact it was me just sat in the chair while she was combing and brushing my hair. I'm affirming for it. So see, we're all so connected. So whatever approach and standpoint, perspective, mindset you want to come at it with, everyone is going to overhear what you're thinking in some way or another. So please, this works. Create your own evidence. It works, okay? It works. I just want to shake you. It works. You just need to trust. You need to focus on your stability. You need to create your own evidence, and you need to keep going. As my beautiful tattoo says, affirm and persist. We need to persist. We need to persist in the wanted story, and you also need to be identifying core beliefs. That's a big thing. I think two things a lot of people miss: identifying their core beliefs and actually working on themselves, and then they're not actually focusing on their stability and going and living their life and up-leveling themselves in other areas. They're kind of just sat at home waiting for the change, saying their affirmations and not actually doing anything about looking after their physical well-being, seeing their friends, cleaning their spaces, having a scheduled routine to their day, like all of those amazing things, like actually enjoying their life, having hobbies. They're just waiting for this person or waiting for this job or waiting for XYZ. Even if you don't have much money currently, you can still find things to be doing. If you're watching this video, you clearly have an internet connection. You clearly have access to YouTube. There are millions of things you can be learning right now on YouTube. You can start your own YouTube channel. You can be doing so many things with very little money. Okay, so I don't want any excuses. But again, that's another ramble. I intend today's video, it was a lovely short one, has been very beneficial for you. If you want to dive deeper into my world, Details are in the description below. I would love to connect with you. DM coaching is my vibe for one-on-one. I also have a weekly membership. We go live every Monday morning, my time. So if you're on the other side of the world, it's probably going to be Sunday night for you. It's a total vibe. I freaking love it. I love connecting with people. Plus, you kind of get behind the scenes of my own life and the movement that I'm experiencing in my own world. And I think that's really helpful, being able to kind of hear what I'm manifesting, what I'm moving through, and also being able to connect with other people, because your question is always going to be answered, even if you don't ask a question, even if you're just in the group and you're just listening, because everyone is you pushed out. So you're going to learn from just hearing me or watching me coach someone else through their own circumstance. What else? Come follow me on Instagram. You will see all my fitness journey, because I love my fitness. You'll see all my manifesting, all of the things, and you'll see different offers as well on my stories. So I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Toodles. Bye.